There's a kind of person who walks through fire and comes out the other side, asking if you're okay. They'll carry your storms while their own sky is collapsing. They'll stitch your wounds with threads pulled from their own heart. And when you ask them how they're doing, they smile. You smile, so no one sees the storm. This isn't a story about weakness. It's about a code, a silent oath that millions of people carry without ever speaking it aloud. A way of being that feels like love, but slowly, quietly, becomes a cage. Tonight, we're going to talk about the people who've been trained to disappear. The ones who learned to shrink so others could expand. The ones who became invisible so everyone else could shine. And if you've ever felt like you're drowning while everyone around you thinks you're fine, if you've ever smiled through a collapse, if you've ever wondered why loving people feels like losing yourself, then this is your origin story. The mask code doesn't announce itself. It doesn't arrive with fanfare or ceremony. It seeps in. It's taught in 1,000 invisible moments. You learn it when you're 6 years old, tiptoeing through a war zone disguised as a home, thinking, if I'm good enough, if I'm quiet enough, if I smile enough, maybe the fighting will stop. You learn it when you realize that your feelings make things worse, that your pain is an inconvenience, that love means making yourself smaller. You learn it when you become the therapist for your parents, the peacemaker, the good kid who never causes problems. And somewhere, deep in your chest, a belief crystallizes like ice. My job is to make sure everyone else is okay. This is how it spreads, not through malice, but through survival. Through well-meaning parents who were also taught to hide, through cultures that worship sacrifice and shame vulnerability, through religions that confuse self-erasure with holiness, through societies that applaud people who never complain. And so, the mask code is born. It has 3 commandments, 3 rules that become your entire operating system. Listen carefully, because you might hear your own heartbeat in these words. Commandment 1. Your needs are negotiable. Theirs are not. You will give until you're empty. You will cancel your own plans, your own rest, your own dreams because someone else might need you. And when you finally ask for something, you'll feel guilty for even wanting it. Commandment 2. If they're upset, it's your responsibility to fix it. You become a human shock absorber. Every mood, every disappointment, every storm that passes through their life, you will stand in front of it and try to take the hit. Because if you can just love them hard enough, if you can just be perfect enough, maybe they'll finally be okay. Commandment 3. Your pain must be invisible. You will smile. You will say, I'm fine, when you're breaking. You will perform okayness like it's an Olympic sport. Because the moment you stop holding it together, the moment you let the mask slip, you know that you become a burden. And burdens get abandoned. And so you learn to cry in parking lots, to have breakdowns in private, to hold it together just long enough until you're alone. But here's what they don't tell you about the mask code. It doesn't keep you safe. It just makes you invisible.
There's a moment that comes for everyone who lives by this code. A moment when the wheat becomes unbearable. Maybe it happens when you realize you've been in a relationship for 3 years and they still don't know what your dreams are. Maybe it's when you finally collapse and the people you've been holding up for years don't notice. Maybe it's when you try to ask for help, really ask, and someone says, "But you're always so strong." And in that moment, You see the truth. You've become so good at being what others need that you've forgotten who you are. This is the cruelest part of the mask code. It convinces you that your version of love is the only real kind, that sacrifice equals depth, that suffering equals loyalty, that if you're not bleeding for someone, you're not really there for them. So you give more, you try harder, you love louder. And the people around you? Some of them appreciate it. Some of them love you for it. But some of them just get comfortable. Because here's the thing about always being the giver. You teach people that you don't need. You train them that you're fine. You become the strong one, the reliable one, the one who never breaks. And then you wonder why no one ever asks if you're okay. And the loneliest feeling in the world? It's not being alone. It's being surrounded by people and still feeling completely unseen. Because you've worn the mask so long, you've forgotten it's even there. You think this is just who you are, the helper, the fixer, the strong one. But underneath, you're screaming. And here's where it gets dark. When you live by the mask code long enough, you start to believe a terrible lie. You start to think that your value is conditional, that you're only worth loving if you're useful, that the moment you stop performing, stop giving, stop being enough, you'll get left. And so you stay in relationships that drain you, in friendships that feel one-sided, in families that demand everything and acknowledge nothing. You stay because leaving would mean admitting that the code was wrong. And if the code is wrong, then what was it all for? So you break instead.
But here's the thing about breaking. Sometimes it's the only way to become whole. Because the mask code isn't the truth about love. It's a distortion, a survival mechanism that outlived its usefulness. And the moment you realize that, everything changes. You start to see that real love, actual love, isn't about erasure. It's not about making yourself smaller so someone else can be bigger. It's not about performing okayness while you crumble inside. Real love is reciprocal. It flows both ways. It sees you, asks about you, holds space for your storms too. And here's what no one tells you. The people who are meant for you, they don't want you to wear the mask. They want to know the real you, the messy you, the scared you, the you that needs things. But the people who benefited from your silence, the ones who got comfortable with your self-sacrifice, they'll call you selfish when you start setting boundaries. They'll say you've changed. And they're right. You have changed. You've stopped betraying yourself to comfort others. You've stopped setting yourself on fire to keep people warm. You've stopped apologizing for taking up space. And that is terrifying to people who needed you small. This is where the journey splits. Because once you see the code for what it is, you have a choice. You can go back to sleep, slip the mask back on, convince yourself it's easier this way. Or you can walk forward into something scarier and more beautiful than you've ever known. A life where you matter too.
So let's write a new code, one that doesn't ask you to disappear to be loved. New Rule 1. Your needs are not optional. You are allowed to want things, to need rest, to ask for help, to say, I can't. Your humanity is not a flaw. It's the entire point. New Rule 2. You are not responsible for other people's emotions. You can support someone without carrying them. You can love someone without fixing them. You can care deeply and still let them own their own storms. New Rule 3. Your pain deserves to be witnessed. You don't have to perform strength. You don't have to smile through the collapse. You are allowed to be human in front of the people who love you. And if they can't handle that, they weren't your people to begin with. And here's the miracle. When you stop living by the mask code, when you stop shape-shifting to be loved, you discover something extraordinary. The right people don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be real. And the love that meets you there, in your mess, in your truth, in your full, unedited humanity, that's the love that heals you. Not because it demands less, but because it sees more. So, if you've been living by the mask code, if you've been smiling so no one sees the storm, if you've been disappearing so others can shine, listen to me. You are not too much. You are not a burden. You are not selfish for needing things. Your pain is valid. Your needs are real. Your presence, your full unmasked presence, is a gift. And anyone who makes you feel otherwise, they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting their own responsibility to show up. You don't have to carry the world anymore. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to earn love by erasing yourself. You just have to be brave enough to let the mask fall. And when you do, you'll find something you've been looking for your whole life. People who love you, not the version of you that makes things easier for them. You. The mask code told you that love means sacrifice, but the truth? Real love means being seen. And you, my friend, you deserve to be seen. The storm was never yours to carry alone. Take off the mask. Let them see the storm. The right ones won't run. They'll stand in the rain with you. If this resonated with you, if you've been wearing the mask for too long, I want you to do something. Not for me, for you. Leave a comment with just one word: seen. That's it? Because I want you to know you're not alone in this. There are thousands of us learning to take off the mask, learning that we matter too. And if you're ready to dive deeper, if you're ready to rewrite the code, subscribe, because we're just getting started. You're not too much. You're not a burden. You're finally free.